Hello again and welcome to Inside Wyoming Football with Cowboy head football coach Craig Bohl. Well, the Cowboys on Saturday played their home finale. It was senior day and it was a big football game against San Diego State, the 24th ranked team in the country. Wyoming welcomed them into the war, and what a football game ensued, Coach. This was some game.
It certainly was, and I want to say thanks to those seniors, their last regular home season game. Also saying thanks to the fans. We've had some great games all fall, and this certainly was one of them. And it's going to be a game that I'll personally always remember. A lot of big plays back and forth, two really good football teams getting ready to go on the gridiron, and we came out on top as a big, big win for us.
Well, I'll say Cowboys go 6-0 at home and 6-0 in the weather category as well. This was a magnificent fall day. It was temperatures right around 50 degrees at kickoff as the Cowboys and the San Diego State Aztecs get set to go. Here we go, Coach. First half highlights.
Well, it certainly was a great afternoon, and like I said, appreciate our fans coming. You know, San Diego State's got some really, really talented players, and as we get into our first kickoff here, you can see you know, the ball is not kicked extremely well, but we've got to do a better job with our coverage team. They come out and get everybody blocked, and a nice job, and it was a heck of a way to start the game. But our players really responded. We made some adjustments during the course of the game, and really I think was a heck of a way to start. Getting into the second quarter here, San Diego State, as they moved down the field, here you can see a nice job of them blocking us up front. You know, they break into the secondary, and once again, moving the ball down the field. We're challenged here, but our guys really did a great job of not giving up on a long drive, and we forced them into a field goal, which was certainly a good thing as opposed to giving up a touchdown. Here you can see a nice job by Brian finding his way into the secondary, and good job by Josh finding C.J. Johnson over on the side, and we moved down the field. And got a nice job of blocking up front. This is a big play by Josh on a 4th and 1, and we're now inside their territory. And once again, you can see the highlight here. A nice job by Josh. And here we go with a outside running play. Really good job by our offensive line, picking up some nice blocks, and Brian goes into the end zone for a touchdown. That's a good job right here. Once again, you can see good job of blocking. So that's a nice job of Brian Hill splitting into the end zone. They move down the field, and this is a play action pass. It's always difficult to defend the run and the pass, and good job by San Diego State coming up with a touchdown. Okay, and here you can see we got a lead on the time of possession, and pretty tight ball game going in at halftime.
Yeah, 17-10 at half, and staying in touch. It's kind of been the mantra of this Cowboy team, staying close and sticking with it, and they certainly did that in the first half.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, Cowboys, of course, trailed by 7 at halftime, and you stay with us. We have more to come, back with second half highlights right after this timeout.
The Mountain West Football Championship, Saturday, December 3rd. Get your tickets and go. There's a force in the West, an attitude unlike any other, a belief that says, let's do this. A shared commitment to academics, leadership, and community service. A bond uniting 12 teams in history, rivalry, and competition. There is a force in the West. We call it the Mountain West. The Mountain West, champions in life.
Inside Wyoming Football with Craig Bohl is brought to you by Nissan, Komatsu, University of Wyoming Outreach School, and Wyoming Relay.
Welcome back to Inside Wyoming Football with Cowboy head football coach Craig Bohl. The Cowboys locked up in a tight one with San Diego State. It was 17-10 Aztecs at halftime. You knew it was going to be this way, Coach. You talk about it. You expect a tight game, and the Cowboys certainly hung in there and played well.
Well, we knew it was going to be a one-possession game coming out of the locker room. We encouraged our players to hang in there. San Diego State's got an excellent football team, as we said in the opening. It was going to come down to a play or two here or there, and our guys competed. San Diego State competed too, and we're really happy we came up with a win. It was a big ball game for us.
Let's go back to War Memorial Stadium, shall we, as the Cowboys embark on the second half, down 7. Here we go, Coach.
Here we came up with a good starting drive and a nice throw and catch. Josh really played well, and that's C.J. Johnson. C.J.'s emerging as a young receiver. Here you can see that we're in a little bit of unique formation. This was a planned quarterback run on a 3rd down and 2. Josh does a great job. He's a strong guy. We get down close to the end zone here, and this is a play that we ran earlier for the first touchdown. And really, Brian comes into the end zone untouched, and really was a great job blocking. Nice job by Brian coming through. I believe he set another record with his touchdowns. Here's a challenge we have. We had a better kick here, but they've got an excellent kickoff coverage or a return team. They get matched up. We do miss a tackle here, and this guy is a really talented return guy, and he outruns all our guys. Typically, when you get a touchdown run against you back, that's hard to win, but our guys have responded well. This, I think, was a real telling time during the course of the game. We did a really good job on their traditional runs, and you can see a really good job by our defensive front establishing the line of scrimmage. And here we came up with a fumble recovery. That's Luka Waka, and a really good job. Forced us into a field goal, but we split the uprights and made the game a little bit tighter there. So that was really an excellent job by our defense here. Going into the 4th quarter, they moved down the field, and we held for a field goal here. They've got an excellent kicker and put us down by a touchdown, and we're going to bounce back here, encouraging our guys to stay in the fight. Here's Josh doing the things that Josh can particularly do here. He shrugs off one guy, moves to his right. It's a big-time play and throw across his body. We've seen that time and time again. That's Jake Mulhart. This was one of the many plays that were viewed during the course of the game. We were able to come up with a reception there. As we move down the field here, we're on the 30-yard line. Josh does a nice job finding the open receiver here. Big play. That's another big touchdown. That's Jake Mulhart, and ties the game up here, I believe. And so we're certainly excited about where we're at. 27-27 as they come back. Here's a great job. Steve Standard dialed up a blitz. That's Andrew Wingard coming on a free safety blitz, and a lot of energy right there. Tight ball game. We come back, and it's late in the game here. This is a 4th down call, 4th and 1, and Josh does a nice job following our offensive lineman, comes up with a 1st down. And now they come back. Great job of protecting. This is a heck of a throw. Josh throwing off his back leg, and that once again is C.J. Johnson. We came up with a big touchdown here. It's late in the game, 1:07. Now they had all their 3 timeouts left. They moved down the field. They're a dynamic offense. This was the last play of the game, and somewhat of a Hail Mary. It seemed like forever as this ball was up in the air. It got tipped, and they came up with a touchdown, and it was reviewed, and obviously a correct call. Here's their 2-point play. Great job of Antonio Hall staying home, knocking away a attempted 2-point play, and our fans rush on the field. Coach Long and I are going to go see one another here, and it was a big win for the Cowboys, needless to say.
Well, look at that scene there, Coach. As the second time this season, the Cowboy fans rushed the field. Well, when you knock off top 25 teams, I guess that happens, and this was such a big win in so many ways for the Cowboys, Coach. I thought there were so many big plays made both sides of the football in this game.
Well, when you have 2 really good football teams getting after it, you're going to have big plays, and they have good players, and we do too. And you can see, I think the real telling sign there is the time of possession and our ability to hold their running game down. That guy's up for the Heisman Trophy, and our defensive guys played fantastic.
Just fantastic. Coach, this is the ultimate team sport, but there are some great individual performances. Brian Hill again goes over 100 yards. What else? 100 yards. What else is new? 2 touchdowns. He's now the all-time single-season leader in that category. 18 touchdowns this year for Brian Hill. But you could go all over the field, offensively and defensively, big plays.
Well, there's no doubt, and this is a team that's come together and emerging. We're still a young football team, but it's late in the year, playing meaningful games late in the season. It's a great place to be.
Well, I'll say Cowboys win their 8th game of the year, now 6-1 in the Mountain Division of the Mountain West Conference, right there at the top. Big win for the Cowboys. Come back with us. We have more here on Inside Wyoming Football with Cowboy head football coach Craig Bohl. We're back after this timeout.
We are challengers. We drive things forward in the classroom, on the field, around the world. Underrated? Yeah. Unimportant? No way. Don't look now, because, yeah, we're coming. 12 schools, united in vision, mission, and competition. We're not trying to be famous. We're working to be great. The Mountain West, champions in life.
If keeping your work site on time, on budget, and onto the next job is keeping you up at night, you need to wake up to Komatsu. Our machines are designed for production, uptime, and savings. We are more than just iron. We are giving you a technology to move more material in less passes, start sooner, finish faster, and burn less fuel. We are solving problems before you had them. So stop doing what you've always done. The only thing that's going to keep you up at night is wondering why you didn't do it sooner. Discover the job site of your future. Komatsu.
Well, it was a big win for the Wyoming Cowboys and especially a big day for Cowboy football fans. The fans really got into this one last Saturday as the Cowboys beat the San Diego State Aztecs. Let's take a look at some of the sights and sounds of a big Saturday in Laramie.
Hello again and welcome to Jonah Field at War Memorial Stadium. This afternoon, the Wyoming Cowboys will take on the San Diego State Aztecs. It's a game between the two division leaders.
Gorgeous day, guys, 50 degrees. They say there's an 18-mile-an-hour wind. It's completely calm here on the field. Absolutely amazing day here in November.
The senior day, the Cowboys playing their final home game of the season. The 17 Wyoming seniors are being introduced to this crowd right now down on a sun-splashed day here in War Memorial Stadium.
It across the 30, across the 40. Rashad Penny takes the opening kickoff all the way back. Touchdown, San Diego State.
The kick is away. It looks good. It is good. So Roth hits from 32 yards out. That gets the Cowboys on the board. Give it to Hill. Hill's got a hole left side. Hill is in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Brian Hill takes it in from 11 yards. Play action of Humphrey. Chapman on the roll to the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown with 1 second left in the half.
The Cowboys do get the ball first in this second half.
The one, give it to Hill. He's in, virtually untouched. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Washington who takes it across the 30. Washington inside the 10. Touchdown, San Diego State.
He drops it, and the Cowboys have come up with it. Roth will try one from 34 yards out. The kick is away, and it is good. Josh wants to throw. Looks for Malhart. He's got it. It's a touchdown, Cowboys.
That is outstanding confidence and physical ability by the quarterback, Josh Allen, for that touchdown.
Those are back-to-back huge throws by Allen.
And the Cowboys offense responds beautifully to tie this football game up.
looking that way, but down he goes. He's going to be sacked by Wingard. Out of the shotgun, Allen makes the inside handoff, rolling right, wants to throw to the end zone to Johnson. It's caught. It's a Cowboy touchdown.
Wyoming by 7 with 1:07 left in Laramie.
After further review, the receiver going to the ground maintained possession on the ground. And the defender reached in and knocked the ball out. Therefore, we have a touchdown for San Diego State.
And here comes the offense. They're going for 2.
Chapman rolling right, plants, throws back to the left. This is knocked away. Incomplete.
And the Cowboys atop the mountain in the Mountain West.
The final score. Oh, the score. Wyoming 34. San Diego State 33.
There were 19,112 fans in attendance in War Memorial Stadium on Saturday, and they thoroughly enjoyed this one, Coach. So much fun had by Cowboy fans on Saturday.
Well, we appreciate those fans showing up. You know, you had 2 really good football teams. Late in November, it was marvelous weather and another exciting game. And we appreciate our fans, the fans that come. And I know they come from a great distance, so it's certainly special.
Cowboys treated them to 6 wins, all 6 wins at home this season, Coach. And you've got to go back a ways to see a Cowboy team that goes undefeated at home for the entire season.
Well, there's a great home field advantage. We always appreciate playing at home, and you know, we'd like to think that it's been great football.
Yeah, really has been. Cowboys win that big one, and now it makes for a big, big game. We're going to talk a little bit more about that this upcoming game here in a moment. But it's amazing how big the next game is when you're winning.
Well, it's always about the next game, but sometimes you got to just recognize some of the things that have happened. We've went undefeated at home. I know it's been a long time, probably back to the 90s since that happened, and that's not by chance. The guys really worked hard.
Well, it was a big win for the Cowboys, 34-33, and the fans certainly enjoyed it. Second time this season they've stormed the field. I like that scene. That is something to see. Well, stay with us. We're back with more on Inside Wyoming Football with Cowboy head football coach Craig Bohl. Back after this timeout.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Get to your local Nissan store today. Take on sudden stops. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the Wyoming Cowboys.
The Mountain West Football Championship, Saturday, December 3rd. Get your tickets and go.
Inside Wyoming Football with Craig Bohl is brought to you by Nissan, Komatsu, University of Wyoming Outreach School, and Wyoming Relay.
Well, the entire Cowboy football staff so busy this season. A lot of good hard work being done. But this guy, the director of football operations for Wyoming Cowboy football, might be the busiest of all. He just gets so much done. Let's get to know the director of football operations for Cowboy football, Brent Vernon.
During the season, setting up all the travel, getting all the charter flights, the hotel, the buses, making sure you got all the travel lists, everything's good to go. So when we are on the road, everything goes smoothly, and all the meals. So the coaches, players have nothing to worry about. We just show up and everything's ready for them and ready for the game. It's fun, look at Saturday night, the big win against San Diego State, but this season in general, seeing how we went from last year, how hard the guys have worked, from the end of that UNLV game, and just seeing how the culture's changing and how everything's coming together, from academics to on the field success and all that. Fall camp, you could tell there was a different kind of attitude about the guys. I think even last year, that UNLV game, that kind of helped, I think, propel the guys into the off season to keep working. Don't waste last spring. Spring ball was obviously huge impact on the season, but this summer you could kind of tell the attitudes and the culture is really starting to shift.
This is a hard-working Cowboy coaching staff and the director of football operations. To list the jobs that Brent Vernon has on his plate, Coach, would take a long time. He's a busy guy.
Well, he certainly is, and we call him BV. He's a guy who anything that doesn't have anything to do with what goes on in between those lines, he handles. Obviously, our team travel, our budgets, working as a liaison across campus. Really, really capable guy, and he and I have been together for 3 years now, and really a trusted worker. Doesn't toot his own horn, but gets a lot of things done, and that's a critical job, because when you're talking about college football, that's like moving an army. I mean, all the different groupings, and so appreciate BV and all that he does.
Absolutely. Well, big game coming up for the Cowboys. We say that every week, it seems, Coach, but this obviously the season finale, the regular season finale, down in Albuquerque, taking on the New Mexico Lobos. Good football team. Well,
they are really good. Bob Davies, an experienced football coach, and they run the ball particularly well. We've had a hard time with them the last several years, but we'll have our work cut out for us. A lot of different moving parts defensively. They come at you in all kinds of different ways, and we've had a hard time with them. And so we're going to need to have a great week of practice. We're going to get healed up here a little bit. Go down to Albuquerque, a lot on the line. Our players recognize it, and our coaches do as well. We're certainly excited about playing this football game.
Well, I'll say a lot on the line. Let's see, divisional title and, of course, the berth in the championship game. Those are the two major things on the line here for this Cowboy team. Do you talk much about that? They know what's on the line.
Well, our players certainly know what you do in games like this. You really, I say, dance with who brung you. You got to go back to the things that are making us improve, and a lot of that's our practice habits, putting our players in the best position to make plays. We'll need to do that this next week. New Mexico is an excellent football team. These two schools have battled one another for a long, long time, and they have an excellent head football coach, so we're excited about playing this game.
Well, that's going to do it for us here on Inside Wyoming Football with Cowboy head football coach Craig Bohl. Till next time, we'll see you. Okay, for the head coach, I'm Dave Walsh. So long, everybody.
Right in the middle of the field, the kick is away. It looks good. It is good. Give it to Hill. Hill's got a hole left side. Hill is in. Touchdown, Cowboys. At the 1, give it to Hill. He's in, virtually untouched. Touchdown, Cowboys. Hill in the backfield with him, but Josh wants to throw. Looks for Malhart. He's got it. It's a touchdown, Cowboys. Out of the shotgun, Allen fakes the inside handoff, rolling right, wants to throw to the end zone, and this one is to Johnson. It's caught. It's a Cowboy touchdown. The game is on the line. Chapman rolling right, plants, throws back to the left. This is knocked away. Incomplete. The Cowboys have won it.